case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
The case of State v. Mantelli revolved around the controversial topic of deadly force deployed by police officers, scrutinized by the New Mexico Court of Appeals in 2002. The face-off between the state and Joseph Mantelli, a police officer on trial, pivoted on the pivotal interpretation of New Mexico Law Section February 630, which decrees that deadly force by a public officer is only justifiable if necessarily committed. Mantelli, who was part of a police pursuit alongside Sergeant Steve Marquez, ended up fatally shooting Abelino Montoya, a high school senior. The pair had initially tried to pull over Montoya upon suspecting him as the culprit of a previously reported incident. In response, Montoya accelerated and led the officers through a reckless chase, disobeying stop signs until he drove into a dead-end street. Though Mantelli conceded to a violation of department policy, he defended his lethal action as an act of self-defense and defense of another. Initially, Mantelli was handed down convictions for voluntary manslaughter, alleged aggravated assault, and shooting at a motor vehicle, but a twist in his fate came via an appeal. The Court of Appeals held that the trial court had erred in not giving a jury instruction on justifiable homicide by a police officer, a right Mantelli should have been granted. Subsequently, the court reversed Mantelli's convictions and declared a new trial. In this forthcoming trial, the jury will be informed on justifiable homicide by a police officer, a mandate arising from its mistake in the original trial. The responsibility now befalls the state to convince the jury that Mantelli's lethal act was not justifiable. If any reasonable doubt exists, the law requires the defendant to be acquitted. However, the court's decision leaves the evidence for voluntary manslaughter and aggravated battery unaddressed, rendering the impending trial inevitably charged with apprehension and suspense.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.